Blessed be, all my beloveds. Welcome to the first day of the best of your life. Welcome to the first day of the rest of your life. I am Astarius Miraculii, and today I am here to have a dialogue with you regarding why is 2020 so powerful. I'm sure that you've been experiencing many different downloads about 2020, and many people have asked me, well, how is it so much different than any other year? First and foremost, 2020 is so powerful because it is a master number year. The double digits of 20 standing by 20, 20 by 20, equally, standing side by side. And the last time we experienced a master number in this way was in the year 1919, 100 years ago. So it's been 100 years since we've experienced this kind of master number year, which means that not only is it a matter of Happy New Year, it's also Happy New Decade and Happy New Century. Because the next time we'll experience this double-digit manifestation like this will be in the year of 2121. And so that means that there are tremendous energies available to us. Energies of empowerment, energies of transformation. See, this frequency is in alignment with the oneness of the wholeness. You know, that we have this twindom of numbers, 20 standing equally by 20. That is an archetype of the all that is. It's an archetype of the oneness of the wholeness. 2020 is also an access code to all of the deeper meanings associated with the godly statement of I am that I am. This is what Creator said to Moses from the burning bush on Mount Sinai, when Creator commissioned Moses to go and tell Pharaoh to set the children of Israel free. And Moses said to Creator, if I am to do this and tell Pharaoh to set the children of Israel free, who shall I say sent me? And God out of the burning bush said to Moses, I am that I am. Tell them I am hath sent you. So what does Creator mean when Creator says, I am that I am? It is, I am in heaven, that I am also on earth. I am God, that I am also man, woman. I am God, that I am also goddess. I am above, that I am also below. And so I am that I am is a powerful access code to the all that is, to the oneness of the wholeness, to bring about this recognition of the fact that we are a focalization in consciousness and in our body and in our soul that is the microcosm of the macrocosmic all that is. Just as you can take one cell from within the body and recreate the whole body. One cell, it can be from the eyebrow, it can be from a fingernail, it can be from the belly button, or anywhere. Any cell within the body is coded with the resonance of the entire body. You know, it is the cellular resonance of the whole body, which is why the whole body can be cloned through one cell. The whole body can be reproduced through one cell. And we are a soul in the body of the universe. And the universe is a cell in the body of our soul. Within our cells, we have the microcosmic resonance. We have a cell for every man, woman, and child, for every angel and ascended master, for every ocean, mountain, and stream, for every mineral, plant, and animal, for every elemental star and galaxy. For we are the master cell, who is the microcosmic container of the macrocosmic all that is. This is the resonance of I am that I am. This is the resonance of 2020. Another representation of 2020 is the statement, every time is now, every space is here, everyone is me. So 120 is in the recognition of the other 20 being the extension of its own self. So that's what it helps us to remember, that every being in the whole of the universe is an extension of our own self, that we have a cell within us for every being. And anything to be known about the whole of the universe is found within us. I am that I am is the access code to simultaneous realities. See, I am all-knowing, that I am also in human forgetfulness. We have a facet of our being that is in a state of total enlightenment. Even while we muddle through the human experience of our ignorance and our forgetfulness of our divinity. Even when we in the individual sense forget the magnitude of our divine nature, there is the greater expanse of our being that is remembering that which we have forgotten. Every time is now, every space is here, every one is me. 2020 will be the catalyst for helping us to realize that. Even the last solar eclipse of the year, which happened on Christmas, is an energy that, where that is, the sun and the moon were conjunct in Capricorn. Jupiter was very closely conjunct as well, meaning that we have this availability to expand consciousness. Jupiter brings about great expansion, and all of that was in conjunction with the South Node, which is life purpose as it relates to present past. In the highest resonance, the South Node represents the eternal past, that which emanates from the beginningless beginning. And so in its highest resonance, and it does have a shadow resonance as well, because sometimes the South Node is representing the things that we need to leave behind. That has its connection to our human shadows. But when we look at the higher resonance of the South Node, then it represents the beginningless beginning. That which extends from the beginningless beginning. You see, there is an eternality to life and to the reality of who we are. See, we are that which was created. And yet when the Creator created us, we were created out of the fabric of the Creator's own being. And even prior to the manifestation of our soul, the individualization of our being, the sacred potentiality of all of that was alive and well in the womb of the universe, in the womb of creation, in the womb of our soul. And so, even though we have this beginning of our individual being relative to creation, because we were created out of the fabric of the Creator, it means that we are also carrying the memories of God. As a matter of fact, I wrote a couple things down. Where's my little book at? Hold on. I want to share some of this. And these are just, I'm just having these perpetual downloads on all of this frequency associated with 2020 and associated with what's available to us, during these times of soul quickening and soul awakening. Let's see, what was this that I said here? Yeah, that which we once knew will be renewed and reknown. See, because we are carrying the memories of God, and that which was once known will be activated within us, because we carry the resonance of the Akashic records, the book of God's remembrance, and all that is known by Creator that was passed to us when we were created. Just like when we parent a child, that child is endowed with our DNA, endowed with our blood type. When a being needs a blood transfusion, they have to get that from a parent or a family member, someone who is carrying the same resonance of the bloodline and the DNA. And all of us are descendant from Creator. We are of that celestial bloodline, let's say, and of course that's spirit blood, not blood in the physical sense. And therefore everything that is carried by our Creator is also within us. Yes, we were created, yet we are simultaneously at one with and in the sameness with the one that created us. Yes, we were created, and we simultaneously participated in the mystical Yes, we were created, and we simultaneously participated in the mystical co-creation of our own existence. We are that which was created, and one with that which did the creating. And so this frequency of 2020 is an amazing access code to our coming into the divine remembering of so many of these amazing truths. You know, it is the great CRESCENDOlini. You know, as we, so when we go into this new year, the apex where 2019 feeds into 2020 becomes an access code to all of the frequency of the preceding year, 2019, and all of the frequency of the upcoming year, 2020. They are harmonically converged. 2 years merge and harmonically converge. But there is also a harmonic convergence of 2 decades. The preceding decade leading into the 2020 portal, and the decade that extends from that entry into 2020. And then there is also a harmonic convergence of the preceding century that began at 1919, extending all the way into the next century point of the master numbers, which will be 2121. So there is tremendous access. You know, we not only access the frequency of both years, we access the frequency of both decades and the frequency of both centuries. And we will only benefit from that to the fullest degree if we approach it from a place of conscious creation, from a place of conscious allowing. You know, it isn't anything that we even have to initiate into being. It's already there. We just have to put ourselves into harmonic convergence of receivership with it and allow it to happen. That's why the languaging in the creation story is always, let there be. You know, Creator said, let there be light, which is to allow the light to be. The light that was already resonant and present within the womb of creation, within the formless womb of creation. And then when Creator said, let there be light, and it came into manifestation, then it was in crystallized form. But formlessness is always a reality that precedes form. And formlessness unfolds down the corridors of forever and is co-eternal with God, whereas form is in a constant state of change. All things of time and space at some point will be erased. So we now enter the portal of 2020, vortex of our inner vision. We will have the capacity to see to a greater extent inwardly, to see with the first eye, to up-level our intuition. As 2019 turns to 2020, we experience a supreme crescendo, a great crescendo, a CRESCENDOlini. And we ride upon the ascension wave, activating the full power of both years. On 31st of midnight hour, the end leads where we re-begin and offers up unlimited power to manifest what we intend, dispelling illusion as we transcend. We enter into something new and merge with that which we first knew, NEW. See, that's the resonance of the womb of creation, is that which is new, NEW. That is, which goes into the eternal past, extending from the beginningless beginning. For us, there is nothing new except that which we always knew. See, we knew, KNEW, everything that will ultimately become new, NEW, in our lives. And it's so beautiful that we have this access to come into the eternal remembrance of our selfhood. See, Happy New Year is thus twofold, the marriage of the new and old. Happy New Year, NEW, Happy New Year, KNEW. The old and the new in service to what's true. The 2020 CRESCENDOlini is our access code to the top. This is a crescendo, the top, the pinnacle, the summit, the zenith, the orgasm, the ascension, and the return to the cosmogasm. The cosmogasm being that which brought forth the whole of the universe, which is also that which existed in the womb of creation prior to it being brought forth. Everything is divinely intended for us to come into the resonance of all that we once were. 2020 CRESCENDOlini, dream awake my inner genie, enter portal 2020, vortex into inner sight. 2 years merge and converge, 2019 to 2020, rising like the Kundalini, traveling on ascension wave, future power of ancient days. 31st of midnight hour, ending thus to re-begin, opening up my inner power, and from darkness I transcend. 2020 CRESCENDOlini, dream awake my inner genie, enter into something new, merge with all that I once knew. Happy New Year is twofold, marriage of the new and old. Happy New Year, NEW, Happy New Year, KNEW. Yes, there is nothing new other than what I once knew. Happy New Year is twofold, marriage of the new and old. Happy New Year, NEW, Happy New Year, KNEW. Yes, there is nothing new other than what I once knew. 2020 CRESCENDOlini, dream awake my inner genie, great crescendo through the window, happy new I am. 2020 CRESCENDOlini, dream awake your inner genie, great crescendo through the window, happy new you are. So let us come home to this wakefulness and take sacred advantage of this powerful time and domain of frequency that we are moving into. You see, every time is now, every space is here, everyone is me. Every time is now, every space is here, everyone is you. Every healing is now. Every healing is here. Every healing is mine. See, healing may have many variations of occurrence, and yet the frequency is one. Success has many variations of occurrence, but the frequency of success is one vibration, which is why we can recognize the success of others as our own self by extension, because we are one in the frequency of success. We are one in the frequency of abundance. We are one in the frequency of love. Let's dance in the resonance of the oneness of the wholeness. There's only one life in which we all share, and only one love through which we all care. Only one being in all that we're seeing, a slumbering giant, is what we are freeing. When one is at peace, what a mighty release of breath unto life that all may increase. Anyone's joy is everyone's right. The wise one's wisdom is the blind one's sight. Yes, there's only me, and all that I see. The joining of life is what makes me free. And those who achieve in abundance receive is that part of me in whom I believe. When I am a winner, I honor all life. When I am a loser, all life shares my strife. Before life on this earth and my physical birth, I danced with the angels and knew my true worth. Yet all that I was, I really still am, the God out of heaven, an innocent lamb. If I want to know who I truly be, seek all that there is, and I will find me. And that poem is called One Being. It's from my book, which is Miraculii, Song of Ascension, which is a book and an audio that is recitations from the book with a musical background. You can get that on my website, Astarius.com. You'll also see the link for it, under this video. And also I have 22 music albums. I'm available for intuitive astrology readings, for transmissions of healing sound with didgeridoo and vocal harmonics, and I teach and practice Reiki. So all of that is available, and I would love to have the opportunity to do a session for you one-on-one and support your expansion to a further degree. If it pleases your heart to experience me in that way, my promise to you is that I will set you on fire in a good way and bring about some divine awakening by the grace of our Creator. So those are my commercials, but then there's one other thing. There's an amazing ceremony called Activate 2020, which is going on New Year's at the Sedona Creative Life Center, and I have a major role in that. I'll be opening the portal. My presentation begins at 10:30 p.m. and I'll go up until 11:50, and then we'll have a lot of other activities happening. That's the opening of the portal. The ceremony is a 20-hour-long ceremony beginning at 1 in the afternoon on the 31st and concluding at 9 a.m. on the 1st. Many different presenters during that time. We'll also have a healing lounge where you can go and experience, healings for donation with many different variations of healing modalities, and just many amazing things. I mean, this gives you an opportunity to be doing something that really facilitates transformation for your being, because the forces are so powerful in the transition from year to year, and in this case from decade to decade and century to century. So you can get more information about Awaken 2020 at sedonya.org. That's SEDONYA.org.